I'm back, and apparently I'm washed at this point. I had enough loss today. I only have like $400 more in drawdown left before my eval gets closed. So we'll be going over my today's trade, and the problem from this trade is that I'm just rushing things. It's hard. I'm trading in school, and my trades really have been weak setups I've been taking, but. Anyway, my bias was bullish. I'm thinking price is going to want to draw down towards these previous lows down here and take out this liquidity. So, um, the 1 minute. This is the trade that I took. The reason I took this trade is because I see that bias is bearish and we're in a downtrend right here, making lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So then I'm kind of expecting price to make another lower high and go down. So then I was expecting price to um draw into this fair value gap right here. From here to there, and basically fill this and drop down lower. So I waited for a bearish candle close, and it did close, and it got stopped out relatively quick. But if I'm looking in the greater scheme of things, if we go to the 15-minute, you could see right here that these highs over here from previous sessions, when they get taken out, liquidity taken out. So there's a bunch of liquidity up here that price wants to get rid. I mean, price wants to fill up here. And at the same time, there is this bearish fair value gap right where the liquidity is lying. So price did end up going and taking out this liquidity from these highs over here. And when it tapped into this bearish fair value gap on a higher time frame, it did end up going to the downside. But the ideal trade would have been this, taking out this liquidity sweep. And at the same time, there's this liquidity sweep. There's also this inverse fair value gap that I could use, that you'd be able to use as a good entry right here. So, oh, hold up. I'm looking at the wrong side. This is this. I mean, same thing did kind of happen over here. I'm looking at the wrong thing, but this inverse fair value gap, right after this liquidity got swept into this fair value gap from the 15-minute. The better trade would have been waiting for this fair value gap bearish to get closed on, getting inversed, and taking shorts to the downside, targeting liquidity down here. And price ended up retracing into this area 3 times. Right here, and then right here, another inverse fair value gap, straight right to the downside again. So my problem is that I'm not being patient enough, and I'm kind of just taking trades off of one confluence, which was that fair value gap. Like this had 3 different confluences. It was liquidity sweep, fair value gap, and then an inverse fair value gap for the entry. That trade would have been my A plus setup. Also with my bias being bearish, so I gotta learn to not rush my trades. And I'm taking this. I literally just took this trade off of a fair value gap entry, and that's my problem. My problem has been that I've been rushing my trades, so I gotta be patient and wait for my ideal setups. So today I had another loss. I probably have one more trade to take on the eval, that I have to win because if I lose them, I have to do another one and reset it. But the thing to take away from today is just be patient and wait for high probability setups. This setup is very high probable for me in a perfect setup. Price dropped down like 150 points, 160 points around there. So that's today's trade recap and what happened in the market. So another loss today. Gotta learn from it and get back, and hopefully I could win next couple of days to get back out of drawdown for my evaluation. All right, later.